If your inbox is running your day, you're losing 5 to 10 hours every week to other people's priorities. And you're not failing at discipline, you're just operating without a response system. Today, I'm giving you 5 tactics to take that time back without ever needing to hit inbox zero. Here's the brutal math. Every time you check messages real quick, you pay a refocus tax. That's why your day feels busy, but your real priorities never move. By the end of this episode, you'll have a response window system that protects your mission and trains your team to think before they ping you. Leaders rarely lose hours to one big problem. They lose hours to a constant trickle of messages, each one harmless on its own, all of them together quietly running your week. McKinsey Global Institute found that knowledge workers spend nearly 28% of their work week reading and responding to email. That's more than an entire workday, every week, disappearing into the inbox. And research published by the American Psychological Association shows that the cost of constant context switching can drop productive output by up to 40%. In the Air Force, we called this the shiny object, the loudest signal in the room, hijacking your attention from the most important mission on the schedule to do the most urgent or the most loud thing, the shiniest object that you're seeing. Your inbox is a digital shiny object. Every ping, every banner, every red dot is competing with the work that actually moves the mission forward. The fix is not another folder system or a smarter app. It's a leadership operating system for how, when, and why you respond. All right, so tactic 1, schedule your response windows. Most leaders react to messages all day long. The fix is to respond on purpose, not on impulse. Pick 2 or 3 windows in your calendar where you handle messages. 10:30 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, and a brief end-of-day pass works for most leaders. Figure out what works best for your schedule. Pick those times 2 or 3 times a day. That's all you need. Outside of those windows, your notifications are off and your attention belongs to the work in front of you. Tell your team, I check messages at 10:30 and 4. If it's urgent, call me. That one sentence sets the boundary. It builds the norm and it trains your team that email is not the same thing as urgency. When was the last time you went 2 hours without checking your messages? Tactic 2, triage with 3 buckets. Inside each window you're checking your messages, every message becomes one of 3 moves: act, delegate, or defer. If it takes less than 2 minutes and only you can do it, act on it inside the window. If someone else in your team is the right owner, delegate it with a clear next step. If it can't be resolved right now, defer it, but only after you capture the next action somewhere outside the inbox. Your inbox is not a to-do list. It is a feed. Every message you leave sitting there is a decision you have to remake every time you open the screen. Tactic 3, make people decision ready. Most email chains drag because they are missing the same 3 pieces of information: the decision being asked for, the deadline, and a recommendation. When we ran briefings to generals in the Air Force, every request came with the commander's intent built in: the decision, the deadline, the recommendation, all together. If yours is not built that way, you're forcing your team to guess what you need. Train your team with one phrase: what decision are you asking for, by when, and what do you recommend? Send that once, the chain shortens by half. Send it consistently for a month, and your team starts writing decision-ready messages without being asked. Tactic 4, build a real escalation path. Urgent is a label. It's not a fact. Just because someone says something is urgent doesn't make it true. The leaders who respond to every message instantly are not more effective. They're just more reactive, and they're training their team to over-escalate. Set one rule: urgent equals a phone call plus a clear impact. Anything else can wait until the next response window. Then make a short VIP list: your boss, 2 or 3 direct reports, and 1 or 2 key clients who get notification access. Everyone else lives inside the windows. Most things can wait 2 hours. In the Air Force, that wasn't always true, but for most of us out in the civilian world, most things can wait 2 hours. The leaders who treat that as a weakness are usually the same leaders who wonder why they can't find time to think and focus on strategy. Tactic 5, close the loop with a 60-second capture. This is the habit that makes the whole system stick. At the end of every response window, take 60 seconds and do 2 things. Write down the next actions that came out of the window and put any focused work on your calendar before you leave the inbox. Your inbox is a feed. Your calendar is the plan. Without a capture step, every message that needs follow-up gets reread 3 times before anything actually moves. 3 times is probably optimistic. With a capture step, the inbox becomes a transit station, not a parking lot. All right, here's your bonus tactic for this week. Auto-archive your low-signal mail. newsletters, marketing emails, FYI CCs, notification noise should never hit your main inbox. Set up your filters once and they skip your inbox forever, archived but searchable when you actually need them. The rule is simple. If a message doesn't require a decision from you, it does not deserve a slot in your response window. All right, here's your recap. Schedule 2 or 3 response windows so you respond on purpose. Triage every message into act, delegate, or defer. Make every request decision ready with the decision, deadline, and recommendation. Build a real escalation path so urgent means a phone call, not an email. And close every window with a 60-second capture. That moves the work from your inbox into your calendar. That's the response window system. All right. That's it for this week. Drop a comment below with your current message checking habit, hourly, constant, or only when you're stressed, and I'll reply with a way you can adjust that and change that. If this episode gave you a system you can run on Monday, like it, share it with a leader who can use it, who's buried in their inbox, and subscribe so you never meet a Leadership TTP. We'll see you next week. Go out there, do great things today. Onward and upward.